Yeah, on the Democratic side, you have incumbent Maggie Hassan, who has been both governor of the state and U.S. Senator, versus a newcomer of sorts. I mean, this is retired General Don Bolduc's second attempt to run for the U.S. Senate. And sure enough, he has done really a great job of grassroots politicking in the New Hampshire tradition. There's a lot of discontent among New Hampshire's independent voters about the economy, especially inflation. And that's creating some headwinds for Maggie Hassan and given Don Bolduc a bit of a tailwind as the alternative. I mean, New Hampshire's not an island, right? What affects the country will affect New Hampshire, and especially in New Hampshire, we've seen rising gas prices over the last month. A lot of talk about the cost of heating oil. No one thinks Don Bolduc will spell the difference between a majority and a minority. However, Don Bolduc could make the difference between a razor-thin Republican majority and, say, the 52nd, 53rd, maybe even 54th Republican seat, which could give Mitch McConnell, or whoever the Senate Majority Leader is, some wiggle room. During his primary run, he cast a lot of shade on the 2020 elections, talked a lot about alleged irregularities and so forth. Then, after he won the Republican primary in September, he did an about-face, said on national television that the election was not stolen, and that sounded definitive, but occasionally we've heard some backsliding on that. He's called attention to alleged irregularities in New Hampshire that have never been proven true, such as that buses of voters from other states are brought up to New Hampshire. So there has been some question, if it is a close election, will Don Bolduc raise some of those allegations again? The question for Maggie Hassan is, how far ahead of Joe Biden can she run on Election Day? Maggie Hassan has to be able to make a lot of inroads among Joe Biden disapprovers. And the question for those Joe Biden disapprovers is, are they in a mood to fire Maggie Hassan in order to punish Joe Biden? And do they see Don Bolduc as a plausible alternative?